I don't know what it is. I think with me, I get very distracted by relationships. Like when I'm in a relationship with someone, it's almost like everything else slows down. Like I start investing more in that, and then, you know, taking a back seat. And if anything, I'll support them, and, you know. But I feel like whenever I'm single, I'm now like, yeah, okay, let me go for this, then let me do this. Like any opportunity, I'm like, let me take it. And then I feel good and I feel better. I feel more stabilized that way. So I do a lot of open mics when I'm not being distracted, basically.
Yeah. What was the last open mic you went to?
Oh, I think it was 2 weeks ago, or either a week or two ago. And it was at Ferrari. There's a guy called Ferrari. He hosts events. It was at one of his events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, you know, like within open mics, you know, I've always got this interesting take in it. Like, with open mics, if you're a music artist,
Yeah.
I would assume that you want to go there to obviously improve, you know, like your confidence on stage.
Yeah.
And two, obviously, you're networking and you're promoting obviously your music, and you're hoping
Yeah.
people will say, "Wow, oh, that's a good song. Let me check out this person."
Yeah.
Like, when I speak to so many different artists, like especially privately, I'm surprised by how many people tell me different things why they go to open mics. I go to open mics for this, for that.
Yeah.
Like for you, when you go to open mics, like, what do you look to get from it overall?
Oh, well, initially when I first used to go to open mics, it was to build up my self-confidence. Because with me, the annoying thing about me is when I don't do something for a long time, I do forget. Like if I don't perform for a long time, then I start to get nervous again when I do need to perform. But I think it's weird because I feel like I unintentionally manifested it. So before I even started performing, I went through a long period of not performing, and I'm like, one day I really want to perform on stage. One day I really actually want to put my music out there and perform. So then when I started making that happen, I'm like, okay, cool. Like this feels like a dream. Like I want to be able to do that so that I get used to it. And I used to go alone because I used to be scared that like, if my thing is not that great, then at least my friends wouldn't have seen it, you know. I never used to film it. I used to go secretly. If I'm going, I wouldn't tell anyone that I have any event. I used to because I just wanted to test it out first. I'm like, okay, let me see how people respond to it. Let me see how, you know, how I'm being. And then when I started to get more confident, that's now I'm like, okay, now guys, I'm performing here, you know. So it was more to boost up the self-esteem, and I have my songs heard by people, but also to network as well, because I realized that the more I perform, the more I meet new people, the more I network, and it's really helpful. Yeah, and it's good to have people that you know that are on the same journey as